Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Okay. Sorry. Okay, and then let's just check the desktop audio. Doesn't matter, right? Hi, I'm Master Lukey, and welcome to the Red Owl News, a nightly news broadcast. "20 minutes. Got two stories tonight, and we'll get right into it. Former athlete shares why she gained 200 pounds after quitting sport. So I'm going to read the story to you, but first, let me just share a little bit about something called runaway sugars, which is in all grains, and it's in dairy, but it's also in hybridized fruits and sugars like cane, like banana, and I already said grains, but not only sugar, but all the junk food that we're fed from an early age, right? When you're an athlete, you can kind of get away with not eating great, although many athletes learn how important nutrition is. But excuse me, it's easy for us to kind of like have an all or nothing attitude when a sporting event is such that it can be finished. So like I was a professional fighter. At some point the fight ends. And so for me personally, it was like a stress release. And I was able to let my guard down and just eat everything. So it was kind of like a rubber band effect and what they would call yo-yo dieting. Thankfully, I got into natural healing and I learned. So my binging now is health food. Although I'm starting to do extended fasting to give my leaky gut a break. So it took me about 10 years to get to the place where I haven't had a cheat meal. I've only been eating health food, but now for me, I have to rest from actually all eating. But that's, like I said, 10 years down the line. Most people simply have to start with learning about what healthy food is. So, as a former athlete, I'm going to say that she stopped training and had still a high metabolism or a high appetite. Because all that hard training makes you hungry for nutrition. That's not her. A woman has racked up more than 2 million views on TikTok after sharing footage of herself prior to gaining a huge amount of weight. A montage of videos shared by Cali Dream Things shows the ex-Division I athlete from Las Vegas when she was competing in his college sports program. Once she graduated, she went to work, and life events such as motherhood and bereavement began to take their toll on her mental and physical health. Well, first, let's plug this into TikTok. Okay, is this her? POV.
First of all, there's only two. Everyone was super sweet and super nice yesterday about the video I posted, and naturally, everyone's super curious about what happened. I thought it was obvious what happened. I was eating. When I did think about it, there were a few things that did happen that eventually led me up to this point. First would be that I commented on one of the comments that working out or staying in shape was a full-time job for me, which it absolutely was. At that point, I was working out every day. I wasn't going hard every day, but I definitely was working out every day. I was very strict on my diet. Everything that I ate was measured out and counted and recorded, and I very rarely ate out or ate, anything that wasn't like Whole Foods and stuff. So I ended up
Whole
getting a
Foods and
job
stuff,
where
huh?
I was working double the amount of hours that I had previously. And so that kind of just threw everything off. I wasn't able to work out 2 hours a day, even every day. That wasn't even happening anymore. Also, I moved to a place where the only gym was Planet Fitness. And I mean, Planet Fitness is fine, but it only has certain equipment. They don't let you bring, gallon, well, they used to. They didn't let you bring gallon water bottles out, and it just made it really hard to, stay on top of what I was already doing. So working and moving is what started it. And I gained weight, but then I did lose it, a few years later. But by then I had already, stopped posting on my Instagram. I think I had deleted it by that point, actually. I started traveling a lot, and it's really hard to stay on top of stuff and work out consistently where you're traveling like weekly. And then I did have a baby in 2020, but it wasn't really like the pregnancy where I gained a lot of weight. It was the after of, like the time management and stuff. And so, yeah, that's the story. First of all, there's only two.
It's me! Jessica! I'm in here! It's me!
Whoa, that is huge. Well, the hormones of pregnancy does a lot. But you also have hormones in flesh and dairy. And butter, and these are things that, not trying to be racist, but these are things that people put in their comfort food. Like Southern cooking. A lot of Southern cooking has like these really calorie dense ingredients. And not only that, the ingredients that are used do have animal hormones in them. Every bodybuilder that you see that's huge gets huge from hormone therapy. And the hormones that they put in flesh, like chicken, like milk, like beef and cheese and everything, all those animal foods, it does cause the human animal to grow. Once you graduate, I also wanted to look up bereavement. The fact or condition of being bereaved. Loss. Okay. Grief. Oh gosh. Particularly the loss of someone or some living thing that has died, to which a bond or affection was formed. Maybe that's why I started eating once Rick left. I don't know, I can come up with excuses. She subsequently piled on 200 pounds in total, although she managed to shed 50 pounds of this. In the footage, the 33-year-old, who doesn't wish to be named, describes her slim physique as the best shape of my life. This area up here is definitely hormonal. The upper arm. It's from dairy, actually milk and cheese, because it does something with the circulatory system. So this area is connected to the heart. Anytime there's like fat upper arms, that's, technically heart disease. So why would somebody who's in great shape have heart disease? The only way you could do that is from the menu. And dairy is the number one cause of heart disease. The milk, pasteurized milk, and cheese. Speaking of Newsweek, she said, I posted the video to show that our journeys are not linear. Weight loss is hard on its own, but adding the stresses of life can make it extremely complicated. I just want to show people that they're not alone. The video on screen text states, I finally thought, I fixed myself, accompanied by images of the woman looking in good shape. This is followed by footage accompanied by text that says nothing lasts forever, showing her using a cycling machine at 150 pounds heavier. Yeah, cycling I wouldn't say is a good idea. For somebody, I would do backwards treadmill walking. I would do strength training. As long as you're able to stand, understand that, when you're carrying around that much weight, it's probably tough. But you could do, you could do other bodybuilding things like sitting down and pressing or bending over and pulling. And don't be afraid to push yourself as long as you don't have like a knee injury or something. You can do body weight squats, you could push a sled, you could pull a sled. Even if you do actually have a knee injury, pulling a sled be really good. But bodybuilding and strength training and fitness is not going to fix the menu. They're both two halves of the yin yang that you need, fitness and nutrition. And in nutrition, I would actually put cleansing. Even if you have the best fuel for a car, if the oil needs to be changed or the filter needs to be changed, the good fuel is not going to fix that. So we do have to learn how to do flushing. Liver flushing, gallbladder flushing, intestinal cleansing. If you're watching this and you want help to do stuff like that, that's basically what I'm trained in as a health coach. A specialty menu and a specific gallbladder and liver flush called the olive oil and lemon flush. And that's the organ that all of the toxins, the acids that are being stored in your body fat, have to come out through that pathway, through the intestine of cleansing. So to think what people say, counting calories and burning fat, these are actually misinformation, because you don't burn fat. What you can do is you can clean yourself and the fat will dissolve, and all the toxins that are stored in there, because that's what fat does. It protects your organs by putting the acids inside the fat cells. Those acids can be cleared out on a program. It's through the intestine though, cleansing, flushing, pooping. Chicken and rice is not going to fix that. The woman told Newsweek, I had already struggled with binge eating disorder for many years. I could relate to that. That's from the Runaway Sugars. So that was part of it. I had a baby in 2020 and suffered from postpartum depression for a while after. The hormones exaggerated everything. And some family members passed away, and this all led to me not being able to maintain the weight loss. Yeah, I'm sure those funerals and wakes had those, 12-foot long sandwiches with the cold cuts and the bread and the cheese and the dipping sauce and the soda and the cake, and the donuts and the chips. Why can't we get together around health food? That's my mission. Master Luki's League of Champions, which is a mixed martial arts, no head contact, points for action scoring system. And I'm combining that with other genres like Battle of the Bands, Dance Battle, Healthy Chef Battle, Fitness Challenge. It's definitely harder to maintain the routine if stress is coming up. I think I've done a better job managing that overall, but it still comes up at times. I'm still currently on a journey to lose 150 pounds overall, and I've lost 50. Well, look, stress is always going to be coming up, and don't add to it with foods that raise cortisol. You can call them foods for now. They're not really food. They're actually toxic. But you'll be better able to deal with stress if you eat healthy. If you clean out your body, you'll be able to manage stress better. And you can say that it's not as important what happens to us as it is our response to that. I've lost it mostly, but reducing my sugar intake and moderate exercise and proper sleeping habits. My relationship with food is still a work in progress, but I'm working on it with my therapist. The therapist is not going to fix your menu. I'm focused on eating lower sugar, non-processed food that keeps me fuller longer and the food noise away. So far, the video caption, "You're Not Alone, Keep on Fighting," generated 2.6 million views and 349,000 likes, and the woman has been inundated with thousands of supportive messages. One user's comment, which racked up 25,000 likes, said, "Nobody understands the PTSD we experience when we gain any amount of weight. You got this." Another user said, "Same here, lost 100, gained 100, now down 40, worst struggle. You're amazing and can do it. People break even after they're fixed. You'll do it again and this time we'll be stronger," said a different comment. The only thing is with drugs, is at the end of the article? With drugs, the problem is that every time you fall further and you make less of a comeback. That's the problem with drugs if you don't kick it. The food is the drug. That's what I'm saying. Somebody like that, if they went on a specific type of menu, like this walking pad, the first time I saw it was from a guy named Ted Carr. Teddcarr. My friend on Facebook. And, he's a coach. He's a fruitarian coach. All he eats is fruit and raw vegan. And I think he said he eats a little cooked quinoa once in a while. And he used to do podcasts while walking on a treadmill in front of his computer. So, anyway, he's a vegan coach. He teaches people how to be vegan coaches, and you'll see his commercials. Do you want to make $10,000 a month? And anyway, if she went on his menu, she could eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and she would lose weight. She could just eat all day long and still lose weight. It would increase her elimination from eating all the water-rich fruit and healthy foods. She's counting calories and measuring things out, but it's the wrong ingredients. So it's just a little bit of toxin. But it's still going to add to that overall toxic load. She needs to get the pipes moving. She needs to get the elimination moving with, healthy menu first. That's how I work. Healthy menu, then get into cleansing, then get into fasting, calorie restriction, and extend your life. These, it's not a secret, but this is what all the long-lived people do. They do fasting, they do calorie restriction, they take their overall amplitude down, as far as energy expenditure, and then they have more energy to give. So that's what I'm doing starting tomorrow. I did eat today, but tomorrow I'll be fasting, and I'm doing the extended fasting, so my goal is 21 days. 21 days strict fasting. The one thing I am going to take is Jubb's anabolic steroid formula, because I want to promote it as a product. Okay, so now I keep forgetting because I want to have more expression in my voice. So let's see. How long ago did we start? 21 minutes ago. Alright, so this is the last one. They're compact, they're relatively inexpensive. Are they changing how we work for the better? I just moved. I don't know if you could tell with the background. I just moved into the upstairs. I'm almost fully moved in, but basically, I'm in the new room where I'll be streaming from, and the way that I have my screen set up, I can stand up. I'm just sitting down tonight, but normally I'll be standing up and doing the news. Although Antonella's job as a software engineer normally ties her to her desk for most of the day, she still manages to get in about 10,000 steps and sometimes even up to 20,000 steps before clocking out. That's a lot. On days she works from home, she says she starts her morning by walking for an hour or two. Then after sitting through lunch, she'll usually walk through her 3 p.m. slump for, as she puts it, that last push of the day. Well, it makes sense because the body comes first. The body is the home of the mind. So if you want a healthy mind, you have to have a healthy body. If you're stimulating with walking, it's going to make your brain work better. She gets these steps in at her desk using a walking pad. Fast forward. The walking pad, a simple treadmill without handrails, small enough to fit in a home office, has exploded in popularity. Can range in price from $200 to $2,000. Walking pads are an answer to many people's otherwise most sedentary remote work lifestyles, with users reportedly racking up tens of thousands of steps per day just by strolling during meetings and phone calls and while writing emails. And unlike full-size treadmill desks, they tend to be cheaper and take up less space. Some can even be folded and put up away. Talia LeBlanc on TikTok. Tiki-Talk. Is this the lady? Oh! Mini stepper while you work. This could be her. Oh, PCOS body. What does PCOS mean? Oh, I see. You could heal that easy. When the liver's backed up, the body has to put toxins somewhere and puts them in fat cells, in connective tissue. It can be, in the blood, and then that blood ends up coming out in the ovaries. It's the body's so backed up that it's using the ovaries as waste removal by putting the toxins in, these cysts to protect itself. My goal is to create Master Lukey brand, to build Master Lukey brand, to be a, what's that word? A brand that you talk about at home. So like instead of Lucky Charms, you have Master Lukey cereal. And kids like the lady we just saw in the inner city, they get healthy snacks. Instead of Cheetos and chips. I always see kids around here, they're stopping at the deli, getting candy, getting soda, Slurpees, bags of chips. You got Mr. Beast. You got Mr. Beast selling candy. You see? Mr. Beast selling chocolates. Grass-fed cows. Oh yeah? Organic cocoa. Yeah, he's making waves, easy for me to talk trash. Well, what I believe is that I'm on a mission to bring this brand to the mainstream and have something like Mr. Beast, even healthier, okay? Alright, Mr. Beast, you got the organic cocoa, you got the grass-fed beef, and, I'm not going to shit on you for obviously making a choice that you think is a step in the right direction. Alright, Mr. Beast? Round of applause for Mr. Beast. I'm still gonna get you, Mr. Beast. I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna get all your fans. And get all your fans to watch us do a charity MMA match. What do you think, guys? Oof. Hot tonight, huh? I'm gonna call it right there. I don't have. Do I have to end this other? What did I do? Here we go. We're back on the walking pad. Okay. So basically, what I'm getting out of this article, because I'm a little bit schizo, and I think that everything is a message to me. So what I'm gonna say is this message to me is to walk everywhere. Alright, so I freaking fell off my scooter, hurt my shoulder, and walking everywhere is going to be a healthier choice for me to move around the suburbs. No problem. I got a backpack, and I got 2 legs, and I got time. I'll have to set my schedule a little earlier. Anyway, so that's my adaptation to, suburb life. We can't live in nature if we live in the suburbs. So we gotta do the best we can. You gotta shop the best you can in the marketplace. You know, if you have questions about health, if you want me to help you decide what to purchase when you go to the supermarket, I would love to guide you. You know, 100%. Give you coaching in your shopping. Okay, coaching in your kitchen and wherever else you might need coaching. Just go to masterlukey.com. If you got PCOS, if you got cancer, if you got any condition that you want to do natural healing, no drugs, no surgery. This is masterlukey.com. You scroll down to the bottom, you can click contact. Okay? You can click life food and see some of my menu items. That's always updating. And I can help you for free in any area that I do. Okay? So feel free to contact me. And other than that, I will be back. Master Lukey, over and out.